the other guy. Like he's chasing and hunting down Sarah Connor, and he goes to the hospital to find her, and then he's chasing her down, and he just walks through the cell or whatever you call it, the door, and everyone was like looking stunned.
Careful.
All right, you didn't watch it. All right,
there they go. The metal man. They're running in. Oh, they missed the. Whoa! Oh no! It's the worst imaginable ice shards. It still might not matter, to be honest. Fortune Soul is able to at least keep up. There's going to be the toss level. They throw in Ace. Ace, he might be in for a bit of trouble as well. So we get a full-on 5 versus 5. Neon down to 4. But counter initiation is strong. We're taking flak cannon here from CJ to do even more damage as Kishka has no way out of this one. That's a flame guard with an ion shell on top. Talk about damage. 2 for 1.
Wait till the Ember gets a radiance on top of it. Yeah, talking about Gyro being the best hero to get kills before the game starts.
Well, so carry Gyro as well. Even better. Not going to be wasting on move speed.
I feel like support Gyro probably uses it better than carry Gyro. Because you need the hit creeps, right, with carry Gyro. You don't have Rocket Barrage, you have Flat Cannon. So the early boots kind of doesn't really help you.
3 runes for Neon here to start. Yeah, I would agree. But that's fine. I think early on, you go for stats anyway. Just get a faster Falcon Blade for CJ
Blades
or whatever.
Attack. Yeah, and Flat Cannon, right click them down. I think we saw this lane yesterday, Disruptor Gyro. Pretty good lane. Bully people out. Thunderstrike gives vision. Flat Cannon hits you no matter what, no fogging. You were telling me how you were hiding behind the trees. It means Gyrocopter Flat Cannon.
No fogging. You sound like a car salesman right now.
Yeah, haven't you heard? If you can sell, you can do anything in life.
Look, I mean, you're almost selling me on that one.
Yeah, learning to sell is an important skill in life. Sometimes you got to sell it to your wife that you're actually not out drinking with your friends, but you're out doing work. You know?
Oh no, honey, I wasn't out drinking. I was just playing Dota. All right, so talk to me a little bit about this mid lane, though. You were talking about a hero that is going to, quote-unquote, beat the crap out of Ember Spirit. This is a 24 Slardar. Is that what is that his purpose this game, basically? His sole purpose?
His first purpose is to remove the flame out of the Ember.
Extinguish the flame.
Yeah, Ember doesn't really like playing to Sala. And I think the matchup still is the same.
Toss back. This is going to be a dead bomb. You have the looks of things. Fantastic body blocking, even with the electromagnetic pulse. He is just fine.
Yeah, I mean, the toss with the slow and the Cinder Brew, just no way you run away.
Mid lane, by the way,
play from a distance.
Ken is kind of styling on Ikigai. I mean, he just got bashed now, but he's dodged 2 crushes so far with the Sleight of Fist, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, the matchup is just going to get harder and harder. I don't think it's going to get easier for the Ember. He did a good job so far surviving. But eventually, the bash of the deep and the crush is just going to overpower him.
Yeah, looks that way. He's already used the crush, so he's in no danger of dying here. But will be forced to use a lot of that bottle regeneration here already, as both mid laners did opt for a bottle early on. Is this really going to be a Deso game from Ken? I haven't really been seeing that Ember build too much. Is this new?
Wait,
I've
what?
seen...
Huh?
Okay, it wasn't. He was literally trolling me.
Are you kidding me?
He had it queued up, bro. Check the tape. I don't know what you want me to say. Down bottom.
I was going to say Deso Ember only in your games.
Castaway gets the surge. He's fine, but that leaves JG in a bit of a tricky situation now as they do continue to chase. But eventually will go back on over as Fortune Soul has bullied his way into making sure he gets this first Lotus. Up top lane, Bombi, he needs a Lotus right now, but I don't think he's going to get one. Slow to a crawl by the Blood Grenade. Kishka, not enough spell cooldown though, or no spells available really is a better way to put that. He cannot pick up that kill there.
Yeah, just very, very tense side lanes, you know. Both lanes having a lot of kill potential. Top lane, Kishka, getting the Avalanche on.
Yep, have a toss now. The toss back.
Oh no,
got a big magic wand though. And
that guy has no boots.
No boots. Doesn't matter. Doesn't need him with the afterburner. Bombi throwing the blood grenade here. Yeah, there's the flat cannon. No trees to hide behind this time. The Tiny's going to... No, the Tiny lived. I think 11 fed him a Lotus.
I would have just let the Tiny die and kept the Lotus for myself. Dude, now he can't play the lane properly because he's at half health. You know, imagine he had the Lotus for himself. Hey, the Tiny needed to go back to base anyway.
We should, you know, here's a new content piece that we need to start doing at tournaments. It's the Dota 2 trolley problem. You know about the trolley problem, Winter?
No, tell me more.
So the trolley problem. Hold on, CJ. Oh, actually, mid maybe? No, I think it's top or Kishka. He's committing. He didn't get the toss onto the hero that he needed. Unfortunately,
he needed to let the Tiny die.
Oh no, maybe he did. And now 11 homing missile catching up with him thanks to the glimpse.
See,
and
imagine
he is as
Richie,
good as dead.
Imagine he had the Lotus for himself. Tiny died, went back to base. He went to lane, full health, full mana. Don't you think they would have won that fight?
Perhaps.
What do you mean perhaps? Dude.
Here comes Kishka, ready for the toss, continuing the lockdown. They're going to have a bash again, and with the Crush of the Deep, they have the kill. That's that physical Slytherin Crush spell damage cutting straight through that Flame Guard. Holy moly.
I think the Ember is actually doing well in terms of CS though, even though he just died 29 to the 27. He's doing a good job keeping up, but now with the kill, so Starla's going to start to get a level advantage. Once you have level 6 on Starla, then Ember can't really play the lane anymore. You have to just try to make rotations, get runes, jungle, dodge.
Yeah, it would be nice if he could get this level 6 online too.
We're hitting the point where the supports have to prioritize taking the runes. It's Ember and Slada, so you can't give either hero runes.
Right now, Bombi finds himself up top lane. They have an avalanche. They don't have enough mana for the toss, though. So Kishka might just be dead here? Okay, he's not dead, but does take a lot of damage for free. And that also leaves him without any really spells to try and contest the 6-minute runes, which are going to be spawning in shortly.
He has 3 sticks and a Blade Grenade.
Okay. He's got 4 sticks, actually. He's got 3 stick charges and 1 Iron Branch. Bombi. See his
nice
man
one,
here.
Richie.
Oh, but Kishka steals away the shield rune. Can't really kill him, honestly. He's a tanky lad.
Yeah, I mean,
and finally up to level 6.
He's a rock. Didn't we say this is the mountain? Tiny is a mountain. I guess that was for Tiny carry, not Tiny support. Tiny support's really fun now with the hero passive, with the crash landing. I think it's a very powerful one early. Getting the slow off. It just changes how you play Tiny. Before it's always about like you're trying to get the Ava plus toss combo, right? You get more damage with the stun. But nowadays I think it's more about just trying to use the slow to allow your teammates to catch up. And top lane, twin gate action. Ace is here with his drinking buddy. Oh
there
no, here comes the Weaver.
There he goes. There's going to be the drinking buddy looking for that bonus damage. 4 heroes around CJ now. There's a TP coming. CJ already having used the wand charges, can't offer much. A lot of damage out from Ken though. Level 3 in the Sleight of Fist as he goes after Kishka now. Fortune Soul is still here. There's going to be that crash landing, pushing him further away, but they bring back Kishka using that glimpse. Another TP incoming here. So they have finally lost the first hero for IHC. Ken still looking for more as Fortune Soul. He's free to go through the twin gates. Castaway, will we consider chasing him down? For now, no, as in fact they turn back onto Bombi, who's ignited and killed by Ikigai, who just ran here. He still has a TP scroll. Snowball being channeled up.
Oh, here comes the split.
Ken here, as there's going to be the first split of the game. I think 11 just had now the experience gain required for it. Castaway then left behind. Oh, so much damage thanks to that amplified damage as well. Sorry, the corrosive haze. Ends up being a 3-for-1. Pretty good stuff out from IHC.
This fish is a scary one, you know, he's way scarier than the Ember Spirit. I mean, it wasn't really, I guess, ideal for him to only get a kill when the Ember TP. But now, runes. Kishka gonna snag the rune away from Ken. Nicely done.
Kishka so far grabbing both power runes this game. First one was that shield rune, so very strong rotations from IHC, able to keep the runes out of the hands at least of Ken. JG is farming decently well. Obviously, he's not in that last fight. He's a Darkseer, but he's doing okay.
He has the most CS, but he's not top net though. I guess jungle keeps don't matter so much.
Now he's got level 3 Iron Shell, so I don't think it becomes too easy to... Well, I say that, but then, you know, Weaver is he's a hero.
Yep.
Not one I think you're going to
Definitely
kill
like
until you get more levels here. Even if you bring CJ, I think Fortune Soul, he just gets out of here. Ken almost dies mid. 3 heroes, probably 4 heroes showing bottom, so they're going to look to apply more pressure here as Ken is back in the fountain and regenning up. Ace, as well as Kishka, ready to make the play onto Ken. Full HP, 3 bottle sips, and an unknown amount of teleports to make this a slightly risky jump in, but they're going to go for it now. As in they go, the snowball. They still have the toss. Can they kill him? Yes! The control is perfect. Very well played there by IHC.
That's a very, very huge kill for them. It's going to help the Slada get his dagger, which is going to be very, very crucial for them. Brewmaster is more of a greedy offlaner, so he doesn't want to move, so the Slada needs the dagger to get the 2 supports into the game. And they're going to get the tower, maybe? Nope. Bombi
Not
just
quite.
level 3 glimpse.
Uh-oh, that's trouble.
He's going to catch a
snowball?
fish.
No, not quite. Ikigai, he's going to be left behind, unfortunately, here. 5 heroes surrounding him, taking him down. And now, Neon, they might consider a tower siege themselves. They're bringing the Darkseer over with the mechanism. Doesn't have Wall of Replica, but I don't think it'll matter. I think this tower's gone. I don't see you fighting into this. Unless you maybe TP the Brewmaster, even still, I don't think you can fight this.
Glimpse.
Another glimpse, another kill here as Kishka gets off the avalanche. Not much of a chance to do anything else there, as he is going to lose out on his first rune of the game. It's a 10-minute rune, this one. Into the bottle for Ken here eventually. As I think they are going to try and defend here.
I mean, they need the Brew Split. They need the Brew Split. He's coming.
Here they go.
He's keeping in.
There's no Wall of Replica. We don't have a skill point for it. 11. He's going to go in now. Snowball onto 2. CJ does get this call down off. They are dying. The fish is dead. Ikigai, he's already down. The split's out, but they might be even to actually kill these Brewlings. 11, he's just got the Earth Panda left, I believe. It's killed off. That's 3 down just like that. Ken is going to be traded away as Fortune Soul and Kishka doing their best to claim whatever they can off of this lost fight. They'll get 2 cores. Ultimately, not the worst, I suppose. Tower defended, but I think they're set to lose Kishka here. Glimpse, yeah, that'll seal his fate. Try as he might there with the toss. Yeah.
That was insane how they were able to just kill the split right off the bat with the flat cannon.
Yeah, I mean, they have so much AoE physical, right? Flat cannon, sleight of fist, ion shell. They have a lot of AoE damage.
It's not over. Still going. Another glimpse.
Glimpse on back. Ace, he might have bit off more than he could shoot. Okay, so we can't get out of the kinetic fields. Now we have learned.
You lied. You lied.
I did lie. It's not anything new, though. Taking a look at net worth, though, all of a sudden, JG, who was worse off earlier, is now the richest hero in the game in terms of net worth. Down goes the tower. Won't change too much. Not too far behind, though, is 11, who's managed to find the money for, at the very least, the Sacred Relic. I'm not sure how much better his fights end up looking with that, but I think...
well, it depends if Darkseer is going to rush a pipe after this, which is going to block your Radiance damage.
Yeah, Greaves first, of course, but seems like that could be something here. Yeah, now I think we're just going to have to settle in for a net worth race. And what's funny enough, I think because of, basically because of the Slardar, everyone had to kind of rotate towards the mid lane, which means that our mid laners are actually trailing the pack of all the cores. Ikigai worse for wear here. His net worth is just over 5,200, and Ember is at 5,400 there now, you can see. Ember, though, he's getting some more assistance. Now he's gotten 2 runes straight, so things are trending positively for Neon. I'm just wondering how big of a difference this Radiance is going to make, because right now, with the strength of the Darkseer Winter, it feels like this is kind of Neon's ball game for a bit longer.
You can always make your own Radiance Brewmaster as well.
That's true, actually. If you can get him before he splits. You don't copy any of those Brewlings on the wall.
What if you could? Is that too much? More balancing ideas?
More illusions to block, I guess. I mean, they wouldn't be too useful, I reckon. It's not like you can use any of the abilities on them, right?
So So right now, Gyro is clearing some stacks. He's about to finish his Aglims. It's more of like a slow game for Neon. They're kind of more focused on the scaling part, where IHC, once you get the Radiance with the Slada, you kind of want to get something done with the Weaver as well. He's going Desto, so all the items coming online.
Are they happy to scale? Are you not afraid of this Weaver later, this Slardar later?
Nah, late game.
Okay.
I think late game, I feel like Ember Spirit, Darkseer plus Gyro, it's more stable, right? Like you think about how they're going to execute the team fight. The vacuum into Stag Storm, you can call down. Sounds a lot more scarier. And Gyro doing damage from behind.
Smoke on smoke action. 11 gets off the ultimate with ease. He's got Radiance as well. That'll be burning down these heroes as they go in for a bit more. Kishka affected now by that Mage Slayer on the Ember Spirit. Is having a kind of rotate around this fight as Bombi trying to get out of this area here. They have a lift. They are still doing good damage onto these Brulings, honestly, but 11, he will survive throughout. They try and steal the split. Not happening this time as Ken running down this Tusk does take him down. Fortune Soul joining the fight, ends up getting both kills onto both supports, and now with Ken here, worse for wear, gets off a Remnant in the nick of time. He'll be okay. A pretty good fight there for IHC, especially if Ikigai jumps on in. They need a little bit more. Kishka, he knows he can't be far. He's got vision because of the toss, thanks to that corrosive haze, and they will end up winning big here. IHC picking up 3 heroes in the exchange for the Tusk. Okay.
Gyro just didn't show up, but he was...
Nope, he did not. He wants eggs.
Okay, so they probably got the Gyro. Whatever. So next fight he is going to have to come help his team. I think you can only abandon your team one time. Glimpse.
11. And of course, no split for him as they have stolen his barrel. Look at it go. We'll roll out the barrel.
But do you steal the... Oh,
yeah, we've learned on Rubik that you steal anything. You steal the spell as it exists in the game. You don't steal the base spell. There it is. Another barrel rolled out onto Ace. Snowball will delay his death slightly, but not by much. Maybe he can deny himself.
So you get
low chance. You
get to throw the barrel further than the Brewmaster.
That is true. I mean, don't you see this guy's arms, Rubik? Look at his arms, man. This guy's easily curling 50 kilograms. It's huge.
No, it's like skinny arms.
Yes, I know. That was the joke.
50 kilograms.
It's all about willpower.
That's like if you're curling me, 50 kilograms.
That'd be crazy with one arm.
You can, right? 50?
I can't curling 50 kilograms? I'm talking about a one-arm barbell curl. I had no way. Or dumbbell curl. I had no way. What do you think 11? I am? Made out of protein? 11. Uh-oh. I'm more looking like a Rubik IRL. Oh, it's a nice back wall. Pulls him back into this kinetic field, preventing 11 from getting off the ultimate. Ken now jumping around in this fight. Look at the... Oh, he doesn't have Chain Gambit. The Sleight of Fist doing tons of damage here as Ace able to at least assist in taking down Castaway. Only 2 cores surviving now. Well, for how much longer? Ikigai pulled back in by the glimpse. Neon Esports dominating.
Look,
I don't think IHC were
happens.
ready to take a fight there.
Look what happens when the Gyro shows up. Well, I guess the Brewmaster got caught, didn't get the split off. They got the Storm on top of his head. So, difficult fight, for IHC. They're not ready to respond. They're just busy farming their BKBs. But the BKBs
take a look at that replay as well. What do you see here, Winter? What do you see?
I see a dead Brewmaster. And the fight is over. I mean, once your Brewmaster dies, you can't save him. That's it, That's your team fight.
Yeah, I mean, I guess with Deso at least, Fortune Soul's able to get something there, just killing off the Rubik, but ultimately is, as you say, not a good fight for them to have taken. JG is not going for a pipe of insight, by the way. He is going for Ashivas as we see Aichi start up those throws. This should be very fast. Swarm minus armor, corrosive haze, Deso.
Yeah, but they need to get something in return.
Shivas is nice. It's a good item for JG here. Adds to the damage of basically the rest of your team as well, especially your supports, but I'm starting to become a little worried. Oh, Kishka gets immediately glimpsed back. I think he forgot there's a disruptor in the game. Oh.
Probably better that he don't
hold on.
back.
11 from behind. They're going to be able to connect now here and cut off any kind of reinforcements as Bombi tries to set up the kinetic field static storm. It won't save him. JG, they're on him as well now. Ace trying to close the gap. He's so fast, though, this little pointy-headed armchair general. I think JG is too fast, honestly. He won't get out alive.
Yeah, no rush, you know. They're running into an Aegis with Weaver. I mean, Weaver with Aegis, so they have to just try to wait it out. Get more items on your gyro. I think BKB is going to be crucial for CJ to finish. Ideally before the next fight. It's going to take a while, but yeah, they have time.
They have time.
It's like a classic Darkseer thing, right? He's shuffling out all the waves, so it makes it really hard for you to attack into the enemy territory.
Oh, well, Ace is just going to walk right into enemy territory. They don't have a static storm. They still have a glimpse. Ace.
He's going to die.
Snowball. He's dead. I mean, Ace is just...
I mean, the thing with Darkseer is like he makes it hard for you to group up, to bring enough heroes to a location to take over, because your waves are always constantly pushed out. You need people to deal with the waves. That's why you have to be patient. You have to kind of just accept it that the waves are going to push out. You have to deal with it and then find the right time to move as a team.
I like this move by Neon. They tried for the kill onto the Weaver. They knew that he had already used time-lapse and it was on cooldown, but Neon got a little bit too distracted killing the Tusk. So in a way, space created. Ihc, he could be next. He's caught now by the Syrian Chains. Nice combo, nice timing here by Ken as Ihc has stolen 2 of his power runes, and that is too many for Ken, as they will take him down easily. Tree grab stolen, not your favorite spell to steal on Rubik, honestly. In fact, maybe one of the worst spells in the game.
Are you going to make a joke about how he has skinny hands, so he shouldn't be able to hold that tree trunk?
No, dude, that tree trunk is basically what his arms look like under that robe. It must be. How else can he throw everything farther, you know? He's like the... I don't watch any anime, but I know there's the one anime where the guy wears the training weights all the time, and then when he finally takes them off, he's very strong. I know you don't watch anime either, so this is just purely a reference for hopefully the audience that gets it.
How much Dragon Ball? What are you talking about?
That is actually an anime. That's a good point. Either way, Castaway, now he's got Shikuchi. He's much happier to have this one.
I mean, it's rich, you know. Is this the boss 5 Rubik? I guess the Disruptor is boss 5, not the Rubik.
True.
It's fun. I mean, I guess with how Disruptors are taking their skills, you don't max your Thunderstruck anymore, so you don't farm.
Yeah. Even with this useless facet, you don't farm very well.
Useless?
It's so bad, man.
It's better than the fence, you know? Come on, bro. How can this be worse than the fence? Okay,
Just doesn't feel like much of an upgrade, that's it.
Your
just
silence
salty.
Is you just agreeing. Even you can't make an argument about the fence.
We're smoking. What are we smoking on? The BKB. It's about to be delivered for Ikigai. A little bit of patience here, boys. You need a little bit of patience. Don't make that jump in quite yet. Now you can make the jump with the BKB. Can you find the Ember? No, not quite. And 11, his smoke has broken. So they're going to go again into the triangle. Eager to make use of this Aegis BKB timing now, our IHC.
Gleipnir's online for Ken. He is strong, sir. Very tanky and has magic resist from Mage Slayer.
And pretty soon, I don't think Neon are going to be too scared to take a fight either. CJ is about to finish farming his BKB as well, but there's going to be the jump by Ihc. It's on the Castaway. Good timing now from Ikigai. Okay, the Castaway. Full healed there. Back wall now onto Ikigai. He might just have to BKB to run for his life, and even then, I don't think it's going to save him. He's taking tower shots, and he's taking Sleight of Fist. He is down.
Good
Snowball is going to be used to at least save 11, who did not pop the ultimate for this fight. And I don't think he wants to anymore with the way that they are dropping heroes one by one. Ken is about to collect his second now onto Ace as the next Sleight of Fist will do it. The Yule Scepter used. They catch 11 here a second time. Don't have any vision, though, for any follow-up. Gleipnir will find him. 11. Oh, no. Winter caught inside the kinetic field static storm. They finally encircled him as Neon. They realize that IHC are itching for a fight, and Neon managed to land a counter here. Very well done.
Yeah, very nicely done. Not running away from Rubik with Shukuchi, with Disruptor Glimpse, you know. Once you mess up the initiation. The Rubik had I think he had a big Lotus, and it was the Greaves dragon scale on the Rubik, so he had a lot of tanky items with the fluffy hat. Not an easy target to go on.
No, not at all. And I
Hey, see,
think,
Richie, don't forget to pick up those lotuses, you know, when you're passing by.
that's true. That is true.
They are tasty. Have you had lotus soup?
Of course.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it. I like Lotus better in hot pot. It's got a nice crunch, you know.
That's a totally different thing. Come on.
I've also had Lotus roots in my mooncakes. That's pretty good too. I like the flavor.
That's also a totally different thing, but fine. You need to try the soup that's cooked for a day or cooked with the pressure cooker shortcut. Lotus
Now you've
root
got-
with peanuts and with some pork.
Sounds good. Sounds delicious. I think IHC they need to get some Lotuses, some fights going of their own. We've got another BKB this time on Fortune Soul as they're eager to try and find the
Ikigai.
jump.
Ikigai needs to find the disruptor.
Oh, that'd be such a nice play, but he's just going to be out of vision. This is a good angle to approach this fight from. There's smoke. He's about to break. They're walking past the lit watcher. Oh, no. Okay, they're going to reveal. They know what's coming now, and they're going to be able to properly position themselves. Or are they? Bombi? Be careful, Bombi. Do they see him? No, obviously they don't see him across the way.
They're going to see him now. They're going to see him now. Uh-oh. Glyph? Uh-oh. 11, you need to split soon. Uh-oh.
Trouble's coming his way. In goes Ken. No, split available for him. Bombi sets up the static storm. Ikigai, he's going to get sucked in as well. What was that? What was that, Ikigai? He went in and he decided to sympathetically crush and then realized he was dead as well. This Gyro, he melted them. He murdered them. Look how much damage he did. That's illegal, Gyro.
That's what we call a friend magnet, you know, always so drawn to saving your friend. And sometimes I tell my players, or I tell my teammates, if you want to do this all the time, please just play support. The worst thing to have as a save your friend syndrome is you're the core.
Yeah. Yeah, now instead of just one core deleted, it's two.
Alright, can they kill him? Do they have enough damage in the tank with the Weaver? Dragon skill? Uh-oh.
Nope. They couldn't even catch him. And instead, CJ is just going to get to work
They got a tower,
on the tier
Richie,
two.
you know? We need to look at the positive. They got a
That's true.
tower.
They got a tower. They didn't lose the Weaver in that last fight, so his BKB is still at a good duration. Hasn't really found a lot of luck. I mean, he's got the right items. Specialist Array. He's got his...
Yeah, with the shard.
Turning out for
He
him.
packs a
Shard's really
punch.
amazing. I love Shard in games like these where you need to kind of draw out the game a bit more because it does allow you to nuke waves basically in one shot.
Ken is here again. Round 2. Okay, he's not here. I'm just kidding.
He's just too... He's too fast at clearing these waves. He's got this facet, right, which gives you another... it gives you another basically proc on Sleight of Fist, right? He's got Mage Slayer. He's got this full Gleipnir. I mean, he's just doing too much to waves.
Dragon
Clears them too
skill.
quickly.
He has a lot of damage over time.
Yeah.
And now
He's got
Cloak
Cloak of Flames, even better.
Do you think that Amber should get more value out of Cloak of Flames? Like certain heroes should have special...
No, why are you trying to...
traits
Did
that-
you love the 1 week we had flame damage? You were just like, that was the best week of Dota I've ever had in my life. You remember that flame damage?
No. I remember Flamethrower.
I've had a I've had a piece of content cooking for a long time where I wanted to try and get pros to see if they can identify the fake patch note, because there are some patches in Dota where some experiments we've had that just they're so easily forgotten.
Imagine if you have Flame God, you're running in and Bat Rider napalms the enemy, so your Flame God does more damage.
That's literally how it worked. That's literally how it worked. You're describing the mechanic to a T.
That's logical. That spell should interact with each other.
Well, I think it's for the better. I think, I mean, who knows? Maybe that's 742 coming your way.
How about half, half damage? Your spells will...
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Denied. Motion denied. As Roshan, number 2.
Yeah.
Neon, unlikely to deny this guy.
Your Honor, how long can I submit a secondary motion? Appeal, you know?
You can't. The people don't want to hear it. I just watched a legal drama yesterday, so I'm too legal pilled right now. God, it's just so annoying here. Look how long this route lasts. Fortune Soul doing his best to try and at least maybe force more heroes back, but he's just not a threat at all to Ken. So Neon, they will clear through Roche. They will take very little tier 3 tower damage as well.
Assault Curious down on Ken. Good luck killing him now. Well, the physical damage is gonna be tickling. They have Solar Crest on Disruptor, Greaves, Shiva, Assault Curious on Ember. It's actually very good
tanky. He's so tanky as well. Flame Guard active to give him that magic resist. He has Mage Slayer on top of Cloak of Flames for even more magic resist. He's got AC, armor. Not to mention the Shivas on the team, Guardian Greaves.
They have every single aura item that gives you armor.
Doesn't Helm still give you armor, or am I crazy? Isn't that the only thing it gives now?
Helm?
Yeah.
Gives you what, AoE armor?
No, does it? I think it used to. Am I thinking of Vlad's?
You mean from the Vlad's? Yeah.
Yeah, Vlad's gives 2 armor.
Ring of Protection, 175 gold.
Yeah, gives you a ×4 though. You know, that's not that. I guess 5 on yourself.
No. You're only allowed to calculate the added value.
Do you think they should introduce a mechanic or a hero that does not allow you to receive any auras? That would kind of be an interesting, like some sort of
Qualifier. Oh, I think there's one, right? It's Pango? Is it? No. How does it work? Oh no, the Pango one's different. You proc less on bashes, right? Or something.
You proc less on chances. I'm talking about like you apply something like a nullifier onto heroes and they just can't receive auras. Like all their auras are cancelled. Not actives, not buffs, just auras.
We should get this. This should be a very toxic hero, right?
That'd be kind of cool. I don't know how good it'd be. We'll see now. Ihc, they basically have one move to make. They're going to try and catch Ken yet again. They have vision on him. They just need to be able to close the gap. Ihc kicking things off here. This could be just perfect. And he's not that tanky, apparently.
Yeah, for sure. When you have 4 heroes next to him.
11. He's running in completely by himself here, but he knows he's actually fairly strong with the BKB.
Yes, BKB.
He can always just pop that and make sure he gets off the Static Storm. They've at least found the Darkseer. Look how fast he goes down to Fortune Soul. As CJ now, he's going to be forced to try and man up and fight through this one. They're doing pretty well because of this Sentinel Ward. Fortune Soul, he's going to have to use this time lapse early on. Rubik's still alive, but ticking down here to the damage from 11, who fails to get the kill because of the stolen snowball. Rubik outplayed him in the fight. He pulled in the entire team, though. I don't think he wanted to do that. He's going to gather them around. All of a sudden, it's CJ trying to TP away with the BKB. But the damage output, it's too high. Everyone is just about a lick away from death, but it's not going to matter. IHC, they play their cards perfectly. They get the full wipe.
Excellent execution there. Like Neon just kind of felt like they were still strong with the gyro. That's why they decided to sit around, you know, Aegis cheese, and didn't feel like they needed the Ember, but oh boy, they were wrong. Gyro,
textbook shot calling there from IHC.
Yeah, they needed the AC aura from the Ember. They actually needed that.
Well, I'll tell you what they needed. They needed a 4 versus 5 fight, and that's what they got. Check out this replay. You can see how perfect the kill was. And then there's just the comms. They knew exactly what they were looking for. 11 knew what exactly he could do.
I guess they can't run,
the retreat.
Right? Yeah, there's a primal split, so you have to fight. I mean, unless the gyro's BKBs and TPs away.
Yeah, I guess that was the move to make here. In hindsight 2020, of course,
must
as they
have
say.
Felt they could have fought with the gyro. Gyro is pretty strong. Not gonna lie.
Check out the snowball. The snowball seal was so good. I don't know if he really should have. I guess it was good that he.
They dodged the flat cannon. They dodged the flat cannon like 1 or 2 hits.
No, I'm talking about Rubik's snowball. He pulled in everyone except for CJ. I guess I don't know. That was a lost fight at that point, honestly. Literally ran yourself into the corner. I mean, excellent shot calling there from IHC. I can't compliment that enough. That's exactly what you need to be doing in situations like that. When the fight looks unwinnable, you take a dirty fight, right?
Yeah, they need to try to persuade their opponents to play fair, 5v5. No 4v5s.
Wait a second. You know what this reminds me of from Ihc Esports?
Tell me more. my friend.
This reminds me of Game 1 versus Bleed, does it not?
Game 1.
All of us, you know, you have Neon in a comfortable position. They go looking up high ground once. The enemies all of a sudden get an amazing hold, and then the mid laner starts coming online. Hello?
Yeah, you know, there is a stat about a certain team that plays much better when they're out of their comfort zone when they're losing, and when they're winning, they play worse. Guess what that
What
team
stat is that? Enigma. Why are you laughing?
Yeah, damn, you're good.
Why are you laughing?
How do you know everything? Alright, smoke. Come on, bro, it's your turn.
Okay, but they've split targets. They split targets, and they've already lost CJ. They've lost CJ. Oh, they've blown him up. Where's your damage now? No cheese, no BKB, no satanic, no chance in this fight. IHC for the second fight in a row, looking to make it happen. The split comes off. Seems like IHC, they're only going to be able to find themselves the carry, but only the carry is like only getting $500 million, Winter. That feels pretty darn good for IHC right now. They are back in the driver's seat for this game.
They kind of forgot they're not playing Meepo, you know. Divided, you don't stand. They need to stand together with the auras. The Gyro needs the AC aura, he needs the Solar Crest, he needs the Guardian Grease, he needs all the help he can get to stay alive.
What in the world was this Fortune Soul damage? My man did 3,500 damage
on
in
what?
2 seconds.
Right click, right? Just the Shukuchi with the shard?
Just Sukuchi with Bash of the... Sorry, with... I guess he must have been Corrosive Haze. I'm looking at the Dota Plus death summary here. And
shard, yes, he has a shard. Oh, here we go. Just fighting without Gyro. Gyro's useless. We don't need him.
Bold move. Gyro back in 10 seconds. We don't need our carry anyway. Static Storm's going to be placed down, but you have BKBs to force out Ikigai. He doesn't have his BKB, though. He's going to die in the Static Storm. 11. He doesn't have his ultimate, but he's just beating the crap out of JG. Quickly realizes he actually doesn't have enough damage, so instead they turn and they blow up Ken again. Oh my
Gyro's
goodness.
Gyro's like sitting in Fountain telling his team, now you guys know you need me.
I mean, that has to be toxic comms, though. There's no way you can communicate like that in the middle of your game. Come on.
Why not? It's like
what do you mean,
giving your
why
teammates
not?
a gentle reminder. Guys, you guys need me. It's clearly obvious that you need me, so just please wait for me. What's wrong?
Oh, I mean, look, I think you're... I think you're barking up the right tree, but I just think the team doesn't want to hear any barking. You know, at this stage, this game is just, think about it this way, Winter. The game has just spiraled out of control from you. 8 minutes ago.
Yeah, but you're trying to steer the ship back into the right direction by telling your teammates they need you.
Look, I agree, but yeah, I think there's a certain way of communicating that. I mean, again, think about the mental state they're in.
Tell me how.
Guys,
let me if you wait for me, I'll buy you lunch, okay? Just wait for me. Fight with me. I'll buy you each a steak today. How's that?
There you go. That goes much better. That goes much better. Because think, again, Winter, you have to think about it from their perspective. 10 minutes ago, they were up 10K net worth. They had Aegis. IHC were nowhere near them, pushing up their high ground.
Yeah,
Ken
shit,
was 1v3.
matters, you know. Blame Ken. He was looking for his Barbie, you know, so blame it on him. He was away alone.
I'm saying, man, I'm not saying you blame. I'm saying
so you're saying you don't blame and you can't tell your teammates what to do. So what can you do now? All right, Disruptor dead. Can't do anything. Does he have buyback? No.
That's tough.
Are they gonna fight? Are they gonna fight? Is CJ gonna say, I don't need Disruptor, let's go anyway?
No Roche for another minute, but of course we are in the Roche window already. JG gets off his Ghost Scepter, allows him to not get one shot here by the Weaver. He's up to level 25.
Hexed.
Oh, the Scythe. Ken, he gets caught. Kishka, he lands his
dead.
bed, and look at the damage. Fortune Soul just about two-shot him. CJ, he needs to try and fight with the Satanic Lifesteal. He didn't even get the cheese off. He died so fast. The buyback from Ken, I don't think it's going to matter. I think this game's over.
It's Jova.
What?
Oh, no.
Where did this Weaver damage come from?
Starter
moly.
came from the fish.
Yeah, honestly, I guess it must have all the minus armor that they have here, right?
Gyro just needed. Doesn't feel like Satanic helped him. You know? He needed Butterfly or some other armor item.
Physical damage is overwhelming. I mean, Drinking Buddies, 120 bonus damage gets applied to every Sakuchi attack, which is 3 now, by the way, all of which can proc Daedalus. Not to mention, life steals off all of them if he does any damage. 22 charges on this Desolator as IHC now 10 minutes ago, they were the ones down 10K. That makes this a 21K net worth swing, as they are going to be the first ones to get through the barracks. They'll go back and take the bounty of Roche and Winter at this rate. Game 1? Do we dare say it?
Do you dare say it?
I dare to say it because that means you'd be wrong about your prediction.
Well,
I like the way that that's going.
It's going to go game 3. I could still be right if they won, if they're going to win the second game.
I suppose. You are correct in the most technically correct way, which is the best kind of correct, isn't it? Ace now has Walrus Kick Cheese online for the Slardar. And, of course, Aegis for Fortune Soul, who is having a flawless game right now. Winter 9-0 and 11. Really, we should bring up how well this Weaver has been playing this game.
0 deaths on Weaver against Disruptor.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of crazy, I'm not going to lie. I think this is the Weaver that Manta were kind of looking to play in their last game, but Fortune Soul putting on a bit of a showcase now.
There we go. Disruptor. IDC. We lost too many fights. They're coming. They're on the high
IDC.
ground.
We don't need our aura carrier boy, our pointy-headed man. They see him. They see him on the ward. Will they see the rest of the team? They'll see that courier coming back. It gives them more intel.
All right,
and the general direction in which heroes are sitting.
There's the last fight, Richie. The final fight.
The LA. But unbeknownst to Neon, they're taking maybe not the best one.
All right, they're retreating. They're going back into Helm's Deep, figuring that it's better to hide behind their walls.
Yeah, I think they have to. Unfortunately for them, it's not so much Helm's Deep as it is the battle of the 2 towers right now, because that's all they have left. They had 2 tier 3s.
So they need a 5-man vacuum into a 5-man call down. Disruptor doesn't have Axe, so that doesn't really help.
Yeah, and they don't have a horse rider either, so you can't do the last ride of the Rohirrim either. I mean, it's not looking good here. What do you do?
You hope for your enemies to
tier
make a mistake,
4s?
to fall.
Tier 4s might save them a little bit.
You have extra armor in your base, you know.
That's true. I think they also really want the extra armor on their tier 4s, honestly.
No, they need the extra armor on the gyro. At this rate, he feels like paper.
Honestly, yeah. What do they have? I mean, yeah. Oh, there they go. They've looked at the gyro. That might already put him out of position, but there's at least the Solar Crest. Fortune Soul, he's focusing onto the buildings, though. Quickly turns back now onto CJ, who didn't even have Corrosive Haze on him there. Pops the Satanic already on cooldown for 25 seconds, and there's your barracks already gone. The Walrus Kick. Oh, CJ. Oh, out of position, out of life, and killed immediately. He's got buyback. He didn't use BKB on that life. As the Static Storm does connect onto 3, they're beaten into 11 now. As there's going to be the buyback from CJ. TP's in a very precarious position as Kishka gets the toss back onto 11, saving his mate. Kishka may have just sacrificed himself for the greater good potentially here, as Fortune Soul letting loose onto JG. He's preventing the use of that E-Blade thanks to at least the Nullifier, but now in a 1 versus 1 versus Gyrocopter in a 1 versus 4 all of a sudden. His team ran out of the fight as they were too focused on killing Castaway. Fortune Soul back on his second life now, has BKB to play with. He gets off of the high ground. That's a buyback again, the second of this fight for Neon Esports as they get the glimpse. They get the glimpse, and Fortune Soul, he's died. They finally killed that damn Antweet. Weaver is down for the count. Ken gets stunned up once. Didn't have Syrian Chains there on that sleight of fist. Has it now. Reaching with the Gleipnir. Catching Ikigai, but he's into the river. Can he escape here? Looks unlikely. Castaway jumps on in with the stolen Slytherin Crush. Finds his man there. And 2 dead for Ihc Esports. It cost them quite a bit. A bottom lane of barracks and 2 buybacks. But Neon Esports, they hold.
They hold. They live to fight another day. 1 more lane of racks. Time for CJ to just buy every single, use all the go, buy everything he can buy, and just go to the fight. He still has his cheese. This cheese is like the second Roche. It's like so.
Yeah, he's letting it ferment,
and it's gonna become what?
Blue.
You know how things just get more valuable, the more disgusting it tastes.
Yeah, it's an appreciating asset.
Like stale milk becomes yogurt and it's more valuable.
What do you do here, Winter, if you're this Gyro? Do you consider just more damage? Do you want to go for an armor item? Do you go for physical evasion?
Butterfly,
like this
he needs to
butterfly?
survive. Like he's dying too quickly in a fight.
Okay.
I just don't like I don't like that he actually got Satanic over Butterfly in this game.
Yeah, doesn't feel like he's been able to outtrade any of his enemies for a long
someone
time
needs
now.
to
But
get a Lotus also. Like, they need so many things now.
yeah, go get that DD rune here. Sorry, amplify damage rune now for CJ online. We're about to hit 25, by the way, for both CJ as well as Ken. I don't think anyone else is too close. Actually, 11 is really close. Pardon me. So a level away as well here. Kishka also has toss requires no target, which does allow him to save his mates. That's pretty decent. I think that's kind of... I mean, the Brewling's health is pretty nice at 20. We'll see what happens at 25.
We have Butterfly, Ihc.
Okay, but no buyback, of course, because it's on cooldown thanks to the death earlier. Kishka finds his man, and they jump him immediately with the nullifier. No chance that he lives there. Do you dare take this fight now? Do you have a choice? Pompey sure doesn't. They hurl a boulder at him. They take him down. They kill him. Ken, it seems like he's going to... No, Ken is caught, actually. Can he escape the Scythe of Voice now from Kishka? They have a lot of control. They still have an Avalanche as well to boot as Ken. He might just be able to get off a remnant, but Kishka's waiting for him there on the other side. He doesn't dare jump on over. He's going to be kicked over to the mid-wave. Ken, he's going to consume the cheese now. The Fondue active allows him at least another round in this fight as finally he makes the jump over, but the Void Remnant pushing him back. BKB active. They know he doesn't have buyback. He's using everything on this life, but Ken, okay, at least fights through one, but now that Ihc guy's finally on top of him, he doesn't last another second. That's a dieback for him. And IHC, blood in the water. They'll buy back on the Tusk. They're looking to try and close out this game.
Yeah, this is... It looks like the end, for Neon. They're going to have to pull out some miracle base defense with the Gyro alone. Without his auras.
Well, 17 seconds until you've at least got the Dark Seer. These illusions are going to hurt, that's for sure. And it's time to see what kind of a difference this Butterfly can really make. For CJ, it's going to have to make...
He just got buyback.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't buyback. I'll scare him away. No Aegis here. And only a couple buybacks now remain for Neon. Kind of feels bad there for IHC, actually. A kill onto the Tusk is going to be a dieback without a buyback for some time. Kishka also bought back in that last very long high ground siege.
But you're trading a support buyback for a core buyback. I think that's okay.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. All right, 25 talent, 2 sleight of fist charges, ready to go now for Ken. After that last kill, there's a split. They're just going to go for it. I think they're just going to try and Earth Ruling the buildings to death, really. CJ, he doesn't get spooked into popping his BKB quad yet, but they need to take down this Earth Panda, and they have. It was actually pretty easy.
Yeah. Butterfly. Yeah. Damage, attack speed, evasion. No,
it looks like
it is
using
Rapier territory.
Not for a while. Well, he's farm it up, and I don't think Neon's going to be able to get onto the map for farming time too soon.
Well, they have to be careful about the toss, but I think the Rubik just needs to react, He needs to be ready with the lift, once the Tiny brings in on the... Because they're going to try to reposition the Gyro with the Tiny or the Tusk.
You can Yule's the Tiny, Yule's the Tusk or something. That's true. Neither of these heroes with BKBs. Actually, that's a lie. Kishka has a BKB. 9-second duration as well. Okay, so it's just got to be a save then from the Rubik. Keep alive CJ at all costs. But I think it's still winnable for them as long as they can all fight together.
Here we go.
Not like this. He's immediately kicked out. He got back. Okay.
He's alive.
Oh my god, he got the satanic, but it doesn't matter. There's just no support for that. Everyone BKB'd and turned and burned. He's dead. JG, he's going to get the telekinesis up to the high ground, but he's going to die just as quickly as Fortune Soul chasing them back into the base. Ken doing what he can, as JG does have buyback, but they're still without their carry. There's going to be another toss back in. Ihc, is he going to be able to live? Castaway with quite the steal there, and now the vacuum onto 2, but JG, what can you do, man, without the wall? There's no wall in this fight. They take down Ihc. That's certainly something. Ken trying to do as much damage as he can now, but you have to be careful because of Fortune Soul. This guy focusing onto the buildings. That is the Megas. IHC, will they choose to back? Will they apply pressure now? Trying to end this game. Ihc, he's applying pressure. He's bought back. There's the Scythe now onto JG. As Fortune Soul, he's going to get Scythed up as well. He doesn't have Aegis, mind you, but he does have a time lapse, so he'll get back safely and continue destroying these buildings. Still a minute and 10 seconds left, Winter. 4 versus 3. Crucially, no gyrocopter in this fight as Fortune Soul beats down your buildings. This game, Winter, it looks like it's all over. Neon Esports They'll have to give it one last desperate effort here, with the throne crumbling around them as they do catch Fortune Soul now inside the kinetic field, inside the wall of replica. Scythe of Vice doing what they can. They've actually got the kill, but he buys back instantly. TP into the outpost. It'll be a little bit of time. JG, he's not going to make it back into the base. That's a dieback now for him as Kishka, he's also going to go down to Ken. Ken trying to make a miracle happen here as 11. He might just go down as well. He can't get this kill onto Bombi, but Ken's already died now, Windsor, and surely this is it. And it is. Fortune Soul returns to the fold, and that is going to be IHC closing out game 1 over Ihc Esports.
What a game, what a turnaround.